Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Dan. I used to work in the biggest dealership in the country. Now I teach fine folks like you how not to get fucked when buying a car. Now in this video, I want to talk to you about a situation that happened with a customer of mine. This girl, she watched all of my videos. She actually contacted me and she said, hey Dan, can you help me find a car? And I was like, yeah, no problem. She told me the budget. She told me the type of car that she was looking for. And typically I charge $1,000 for my service, but there was $10,000 for the car that she was trying to buy. She was looking for a car in locally, just around New York area, and I just felt really bad. So I was like, I'll do it for $500. And her dad actually told her, go to a car auction, buy a rebuilt title car, fix it, and drive it. But she's a girl, she's not gonna be doing that. Plus, even if she wants to do that, that's gonna take a lot of her time. You gotta find the car, then you gotta get to the auction, you gotta take time to bid on the car. Then you gotta find somebody that's gonna repair the car. Then you gotta find the parts for the car. Then after the repairs, you might have to take it to a paint shop if this shop doesn't do the actual painting of the car, because not everybody who is working on the car will do painting of the car, because you need special permits and licensing, you need booth, you need special equipment to paint the cars. So she was like, hey Dan, just find me a car. And I was like, you know what, it's $10,000. Let's find you a car. Let's find you a car. And she's actually sent me a couple of options that she considering, and then I'll tell you what I replied to her. I'll actually send her a couple of different options. Let's see what this thing is, what the problem is, if you can spot the problem, and I'll tell you what the solution, and then I'll read you one of my comments. All right, let's get started. So here's the cars that she sent me. It's a 2015 Hyundai Sonata SE, which means it's just a base model car. I mean, they might say it's not a base model car. It's a base model car, all right? Cloth seats, nothing special. Bluetooth is like the only fanciest thing. That's it. It's a bare minimum car, you know? And it has 71,000 miles. Next one, 2013 Hyundai Sonata GLS. Again, somebody might say, like a salesman, it's not a base model car. It has cloth seats, no remote start, no push button start, backup camera not available, GPS not available, none of the cool stuff. It literally is just a base model car, nothing fancy, but 67,000 miles. Have you spotted what's wrong with these two cars? Yeah, the miles are way too fucking much for this thing. You're paying 10 grand. 10 grand, you know, I want this car to last for a while. I don't want to be driving this car for a year and then, you know, this thing plummets to absolute zero. I don't want to rack up a bunch of miles on it and plummets to absolute zero. I want to buy a car that's around 30, 40, maybe 50,000 miles. For 50,000 miles, it has to be a really, really good deal. So let's see what we can get. I hopped into Auto Trader. It took me literally 15 minutes to find these cars. 15 minutes. I didn't go to Facebook. I didn't go to Craigslist. I didn't go to any other websites. Literally, I just used Auto Trader. This is like the dumbest, most simplest website to use. I use Auto Trader just to get the base market price for a vehicle. That's it. I just want to get a feel for it. So these prices are not the best prices. You can get even better prices, by at least $1,000. So the first car we're going to look at is going to be 2014 Honda Civic LX. Again, base model, nothing fancy, but look at the price, $7,700. But look at the miles, 17,000 miles. Do you feel the difference? 17,000 miles, 70,000 miles. And this thing is less. This thing is $2,000 less than what we're looking at. And if I seem a little angry, don't think that I'm angry at this girl. She's like 20 something, you know. She's inexperienced. This is probably her first car that she's gonna be buying. You guys have to, I guess I'll just say, I was gonna save it to the end of the video, but I'll say it right now. Guys, do not even think about getting a car unless you have at least viewed 50 cars. You have to go through at least 50 different dealerships before you can sit down and actually, all right, these are the 3 cars I'm gonna pick out. These are the 4 cars I'm gonna pick out. No, you can't be doing that. Unless you contacted 50 dealerships, you can't be doing any of that. Let's keep going. 50 dealerships minimum. I do over 100 dealerships when I'm working with a customer. When I'm looking for a car for somebody, over 100 dealerships. Yeah, that's why it takes a freaking week. Next one, $7,900. Again, Mazda 3, base car, but at least this thing, you know, doesn't have cloth seats. 27,000 miles. Nothing fancy, but look at the price. Look at the miles. Look at the miles. Next one, a Honda Civic. Look at that. $8,000, 23,000 miles. Now, this thing is being sold at Major World, which is a really shitty fucking dealership, but I'll work even with the shit dealership to get a good deal. I don't care who I'm buying a car from. I really fucking don't. If ISIS is going to be selling cars in America tomorrow, I'm going to make sure to look at what they have to sell to make sure that I can get the best possible car for my customer. I don't care. These guys are really shitty, real scammy, but there's a big but. If you know what you're doing, you can go into a fucking dragon's den with your big ass fucking sword and do some fucking slaying. Literally, if you know what you're doing, even if you walk into a shitty dealership, you can still walk out with a good deal because you know what you're doing. You're the one in power because you're the customer. You're the guy with the money. They don't have 50 customers lining up for the car. One car, one customer, and that's you. 2013 Hyundai Sonata, $9,200. Again, look at the miles. 33,000 miles. It's literally 2.5 times less, or like, no, 2 times less than what it was on the other cars. The reason that she sent me those 2 cars is because it takes a lot of time to sit on the internet and look for cars. It really does. You think it's just a 5-minute thing? It really takes a lot of time just because there's so many websites. Then there's so many brands you gotta go through. There's Toyota, Honda, Mazda, Hyundai, Kia. This is just for one customer. I gotta do 5 cars on every single website with 500-mile radius, and then if I don't find it, I gotta go to 1,000-mile and then 1,500-mile radius, and then I go out and out. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Plus, you gotta negotiate. You gotta do a shit ton of emails. Go over the salesman, go directly to managers to save time. There's a lot of work if you want to get a good deal. Next one, another Mazda 3. Again, this is nothing special. It's just a regular, sedan. Nothing fancy, cloth seats, $9,500. But look at the miles, 36,000 miles. Next one, again, this is a really nice looking Hyundai, $9,500, 40,000 miles. Let's see if this thing is, well, it looks a little nicer. It's 2016. This thing is only 3 years old. 3 years old. This is a good deal. Again, nothing fancy, but you can get in this car, you can negotiate, and you can drive it off the lot for less than what they're advertising for. And here's the best part. It's going to last you a long time. Not only because it's a good deal, but because it has low miles. Simple as that. Next one, 2013 Hyundai Sonata GLS, $10,000, 37,000 miles. Again, nothing fancy, but it works. It works. Let's keep going. Hyundai Optima, $10,000, 44,000 miles. We're actually getting into cars that I'm more excited about. This Honda CR-V, all-wheel drive, EXL 2014, $9,000, 42,000 miles. This thing is a really good deal. Obviously, I'm not going to fall for it just because it's a good deal. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, let's fucking buy this thing. Hell no. You got to inspect. You can't be buying a car with no inspection. Like, this is not serious. You can't be just buying a car and hoping you're going to get a good quality car. You got to inspect everything. Next one, look at this Infiniti. $9,000, 2014. Look at this thing. Leather seats. Like, it looks nice, and it's all-wheel drive. This thing is probably premium. Let me see if it has a backup camera here. Yeah, it has a backup camera. This thing is super nice for $9,000. Look at the miles. 43,000 miles. Only 43,000 miles. This thing is a really good fucking deal. It wasn't an accident. Yes, I know it wasn't an accident. I know it's a rebuilt title. I know it's gonna need an airbag. Okay, what, 1,000? $2,000 worth of repairs, you're gonna get yourself a 2014 Infiniti all-wheel drive with all the cool features that you want, minus the massaging seats and cooled seats, but everything else is gonna have. Like, this is a really good deal. Next one, 2015 Honda Civic LX sedan, $9,200, 17,000 miles again. I think it's a really good deal for 17,000 miles, but here's the difference. You're buying from a dealer here comparing to another one where we're seeing the red one for $7,700. That was private party. So what's the difference between 77 and 92? The dealership. The dealership, that's it. That's the biggest thing. And most likely, this is a clean title. The red one was a rebuild title. Next one, 2015 Hyundai Sonata SE, $10,000, 43,000 miles. Now, here's a really interesting car. 2009 Infiniti G37X, which means all-wheel drive, then $9,500, 30,000 miles. So you can either get that 2014 Q50 all-wheel drive that you needed to repair, or you can get this one with literally 10,000 miles less for just a little bit more, but you're gonna have all the cool stuff also. All the features. It's gonna be nice, ruddy, comfortable, good-looking car that every time you get in it, you're like, I love this. I love the steer. I love the feeling of it. I love how the car behaves. You know, I rather spend, you know, $10,000 on an Infiniti or a Lexus than a Honda Civic, but some people are really looking for the longevity of a car. They want that, you know, a Honda Civic with like 15, 17, 20,000 miles, but I'll take an Infiniti or a Lexus with little more miles, just because I want to get a good looking car. Next one, RAV all-wheel drive LE, base model car, nothing fancy, $10,000, 33,000 miles. This is what research looks like. It's not fun, it's boring, it's painstakingly slow, but you have to do it if you want to get the good deal. And that's what I do. One guy wrote me this, read this right here. He is saying that, how much do I charge? Okay, I told him exactly what I charged. And then he asked me just for steps 3 and 4. Well, steps 3 and 4, that's the majority of work. That's actually me sitting in front of a computer and typing emails like a fucking crazy monkey. You know, going with the dealerships head to head, negotiating with salesmen, negotiating with the managers, and getting the best possible deal. That's the most time. And then after this guy is like, well, I think it's a little too much. It's a little too expensive. $1,000 for you not to do any work, for you to have zero headache, for me to find you the car, to make sure that you get the best possible deal, and for you to get the best possible financing. $1,000? That's a lot. $1,000 for a week of work for me and another guy. That's not, I don't think that's a lot. You're gonna save that money. Next one. This one. Ooh, I love this one. I love Lexuses, especially these big old Lexuses. I love them. 2011 Lexus ES350, $10,000, 55,000 miles. Yes, it's a little, you know, the miles are up there, but it's a Lexus. It's gonna drive for a long time. But here's the best part. Look at the interior. This is how you don't take fucking pictures. Look at this shit. This shit is all sorts of upside down and crazy ass looking, but you know, it looks clean. It's a good looking car. You're gonna enjoy the ride in this car. Next one, this thing, 2011 Infiniti M37X. This is an Infiniti luxury car, all-wheel drive. All right, $10,000, 57,000 miles. But this thing is big. This thing is like Mercedes S-Class, except it's not gonna fall apart on you, you know, 2 months, 3 months down the road. It's not gonna have crazy ass, you know, transmission blowout or computer issues 6 months down the road, unless like a Mercedes or Audi or BMW or Jaguar would. This thing is reliable. You're gonna have, like, if you can think, this car has it. Backup camera, heated seats, cooled seats. I think this car might even have massaging seats. Yeah, this thing is top of the line for Infiniti. Really fancy. Next one, 2015 Camry LE, 41,000 miles. This is LE, so it's nothing fancy. Plastic and cloth, no leather, just very basic car. But this Camry is gonna last you a long time. It really will. Next car, 2013 Kia Optima LX, $10,000, 26,000 miles. Look at this. It's super low miles. This thing is gonna last another 10 years for 10 grand. How would you like that? 10 years for 10 grand. That's $120 a month if I'm doing math real quick in my head. $120 a month. No, that's even, I think it might be even less than that. That's $84 a month. I just did the math. $84 a month on this car by the time you're done. By the time you're done with this car in 10 years. $84 a month for a fucking car. Have you ever even heard of a car payment that low? Yeah. Next one. Again, another big ass Lexus, which I absolutely fucking love. I love these Lexuses. So again, this is 2011 EX350. This one is California, 50,000 miles, but it has good looking rims, which is not super important, but it has navigation and backup camera. So if you want that extra option, I found this car in California, you know, pay a little more, ship it over here, but you're going to be driving a really nice car. I guarantee you, every time somebody gets into one of these old big Lexuses, it feels so goddamn good to drive it. The steering wheel is light, the seats are comfy, it has heated seats, it has cooled seats. I live in Florida, it gets hella hot here. I turn on the cooled seats and guess what? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling cool. All right, next one. Again, another Lexus. What did you think I was gonna show? These big ass cheap Lexuses, they're awesome. I know this is a little more than what she was looking for, $11,000, but look at this here. It's 55,000 miles. It's a pretty good deal. And then here's another one. $11,500. I know, much more than what she was looking for, but look at the miles. 34,000 miles. Look at this thing. It's a nice convertible. It looks nice. It has really good looking rim. Somebody put this wrap on it. I'm not sure like if the customer likes it or not, but think about this. You don't like it? Take it off. It's not permanently there. Just take it off. Somebody thought, you know, it would look good. If it's not your style, take it off. Heated seats, cooled seats, backup camera, navigation, like everything you can think of in this car, it has an, and it's a convertible. So it's gonna keep its value pretty good. And that's why people pay $1,000 for me to find them a car. If you think that's a lot of money, that's only because you don't know how much money you're gonna be taking advantage of when a dealership is trying to get you bent. Really, I know it doesn't sound nice. I know I'm maybe being a little rude, but I'm being fucking honest. If you're going to a car dealership and you did not contact at least 50 dealerships about negotiating your car, about getting the price dropped, about getting maybe free delivery or getting something, I know, a better fucking deal. That's why you're here, because you want a better deal, right? You gotta contact at least 50 dealerships. Do not even think about buying a car unless you contacted 50 dealerships. I go through over 100. You gotta go at least 50 dealerships. You gotta look for the best deal. Don't let dealerships get away with, oh, just buy local. Yeah, buy from that dealership over there down the street. Hell no. Hell no. You gotta take care of your own shit. You gotta take care of your own money. And if you don't do that, the dealerships will take care of their own money by taking away from you. Huge thank you for watching this video. Click here to subscribe, watch one of those two videos, and click the share button below the video. Did you enjoy the video? Did you find it useful? Do you think you're gonna save some money with it? Abso-fucking-lutely you will. Share this video on Facebook with somebody else. This is Dan Strong with 60 Minute Car. I'm signing out, and I'll see you in another video.